I hope we can have some heart-to-heart father talk. You know, some mothers have lost their children as well, but most of us are fathers. However, mothers are completely welcome. Parental advisory. This video is about those of us who have lost our children to the largest, most vicious, most high-paid child trafficking racket in the United States. It's known as many different titles, but not one of those begin to describe exactly what it is. It's something that just only us really understand. And in this bang land, where many times kids are only conceived to trap a hero, to trap a superstar, to trap a host. This, of course, is done by a parasite, and then everybody involved is just made to serve them. I've used 50 Cent's oldest 30-year-old child, adult child of child abuse and mother, and this is a perfect display in front of all of us. And if you think about it, there's a perfect display right down the street that way, right up the street that way, right down the street that way. They cover it up in sheep's clothing, of course, as best as that they can. But this kidnapping and brainwashing is everywhere. Tons of kids have this Elizabeth Smart syndrome. Some of the best people in society, I won't name names, some of the most popular individuals are going through this and don't even know, as very mature adults who have been very helpful to the entire world and so many things. But this particular psychological abuse, spiritual abuse, soul violation, and in my case, I sent the professionals all the compilations, the hundreds of them you can find all over the internet under this weird label, parental alienation, explaining how this drastic, for generations, damage is done to these children. And the abusers kept doing it. Do you think Elizabeth Smart's captors would have stopped if you made the argument, if you showed them the specialists what damage? No abuser cares. They know what they're doing. Pedophiles, they know what they're doing. Soul rape daily by the one person you're able to trust. I mean, they're both bad. They're both bad, definitely. You know, one's understood by society at this point in time fairly well, and one's not talked about, and it's taboo. It's too much for your senses to think that a slithery, dark creature such as family court, which doesn't give you a jury, which doesn't give you a lawyer if you can't afford one, it's not constitutional. In fact, it's a high-paid child racket. Their industry term is weep 'em and reap 'em, extending cases to extend paychecks. I mean, what is that? How did we let that creep in? Tonight, May 16th, there's a real banger on the program I warned people about, Netflix, right? But now there's this great competition. See us father talk. Here's some father talk, right? But now the UFC has been sort of raking it in and not necessarily paying their fighters as much as they could, right? And people are starting to do the math on them, right, for a long time. And then so Netflix did the math, and then now they're moving in, and all these other little guys, these underdogs, are joining together to put some balance against the imperialism, right? And this is a tribe-forming function. I'm getting some here with this, because all challenges are opportunities to build strength. And if you've had your kid taken to bring you down, hurt me, but don't hurt my kid, the most worst nightmare of any loving man, well, welcome to the ranks of the real true Jedi. Star Wars didn't exactly explain what kind of shit you got to go through to go get here, but if all challenges are opportunities to build strength, we are facing the hardest challenges that everybody else who's not facing them can't even begin to understand or let anywhere near their senses. We are the true Jedi, and oh, is there not an abundance of imperial dark forces everywhere that will lie to their own children and be an officer of the court, knowing exactly the damage that they do and continue to do it because of that neck spoke, and the BMW wheel. I mean, Vice did a documentary, War Against Victims of Another War documentary. I mean, we know this stuff. It's just the devils who are doing it dilute and confuse and contort, because that's what they're masters of. They're manipulators. As long as you don't find the truth, they've done their job. As long as you don't go reunite, if the alienated kid never reunites with the other parent, never shatters the lie, never realizes what's going on, probably because they were afraid to in the first place. The little mommy babies, they need their mommies so bad. You know, their little brainwashing lie to their mommies. It's freaking horrible syndrome that they all have, they can't get out of. How are they ever going to get to any sort of independence? They're not. 50 Cent's oldest kid is not ever going to be independent. He needs some sort of handout for the rest of his life now because of the decisions of his mother, because of the selfish black hole decisions of his mother, everyone who enabled her, everyone who made it happen by being silent, and the government system who allows this to happen to even billionaires. And their kids get, so much less. And the kids' moms get, so much less than they would have got if they were just cool. But they're just so selfish and cruel and shitty. And they have narcissistic personality disorder. It's real. All those videos all over the internet where they're like, this is a real thing. You got to watch out for these people. It's real. It's real. It's a clinical description of soullessness. You made deceptive decisions at every turn of the game to deal with all your shit. That's why it's so important. That's why I say in every video across 5 channels, take your problems on, head on, don't procrastinate, get to the truth, deal with it like a real G, and everybody will respect you more. Draw your boundaries. This is what it is for me. You can be whatever you want to be. Don't fucking think you're going to control me or hook me in or tell me what I need to do. That will be the reason you will be far outside of my life and realm of play. I don't run with that shit. Everybody who wants to be with me, they want to be with me. They'll take a bullet for me. They'll put a bullet for me. You understand? They want to be here. I'm not controlling anything. I'm cultivating. This is real Jedi land. Some of these lying mothers, parasites who attacked excellent hosts, guys who shitloads of potential. They're responsible. See, 50 Cent had a son, but when you have a princess, it hurts you so much more. So they're responsible for millions of dollars. They're probably in that situation. She's also probably responsible for millions of dollars of loss and sabotage and ridiculousness. Definitely years and years and years of uncrossing the wire for the poor innocent kid who is the worst, most shittiest human being now. But we know it's from child abuse. All of us, so many of us. But we don't get that pass that I'm giving him. We got to work through. Some of us are going to be little princesses and princes of deception ourselves. Some of us are going to be codependent, looking for a tit to put in our mouth no matter what we do. You know, because whatever type of abuse. Some of us are going to become hardcore independent, and we're going to swing and kick and punch so damn hard, even if we're not doing an industry correctly. We're swinging so hard, we're getting somewhere. Somebody's seeing us swing so hard, and they're like, man, I got to just take up for this cat because he swings hard, and maybe with a couple pointers at some point, that thing can scientifically produce a result, you know? And some of us, you know, I want to work hard enough to pick somebody up who's fallen. And I have done that. And they've told me afterwards, you've saved my life. And people have done that for me, and I've told them afterwards, you've saved my life. And this is how the noble, valiant games go. You got to have faith in God to provide you with angels, both human and not, and faith in yourself. Because I'm telling you, without all of that, there's a few people who have done well without all of that, and that's impressive. And I hope the other side didn't promote him, because both sides can't promote. You can go straight to the top doing some shady stuff, but it's how you do it, is who you are. Don't break your character. Don't let these witches win, even though they used your innocent child to do it. Aaron Roberts, one of my morning mastermind guys. I don't do this mastermind anymore, but we used to do this mastermind. And the crew still meets every now and again, the original Jedi Council, right? And something will happen maybe someday. But one call we didn't take, and this is the air that let out of the bar, we haven't really met the same way since. It's from our 4-year most active member. We used to call him the Encyclopedia of Self-Development. And the dude was a beast, training for an ultra marathon. And then contact denial happened to him with his princess. In 6 months, he went from beast to crazy to dead. Murder by child torture. 1,000%. 1,000%. Right in front of our eyes. One of the most beautiful souls I have ever known has overcome more hell and still wanted to be angelic than, you know what I mean? And Aaron Roberts, God rest his soul, man. Happy graduation, and let's get with me some more. Let's do this. I know we're a team on both sides of the thing right now. Let's go. I know. And that's what I want to say to all of you fathers out who are going through this horrible nightmare situation of having your kid taken from you and brainwashed and programmed to be a weapon to constantly stab you right in the heart, to where all you do is walk around in circles and pick your guts up and people please, and you're a broken soul who used to be a sniper hitting the target every time he pulled up to it without barely even needing to think about the trigger. You know what I'm saying? And now you pull up to the target and you know that shit's going in the dirt 10 feet to the right, 10 feet to the left. Hopefully not 10 feet in the air over the fucking whole hill, and you know what I mean? Like, damn, you're a liability. You were once an asset. Boom, like that, with some witchcraft on your innocent little kid to do it, who now could be a banshee that wants to see you fall, that has said the most hurtful things anyone has ever said to you in your life, who is the most disappointing, shitty young person you ever could have imagined that they would ever be the last time you saw them, when they were wholesome still, before the abuse fucking is written all over them and fucking everybody around, still flying monkey shit. Never takes responsibility, never stands up and does the right thing, never stands up and tells the truth, because it's not in their soul power. It's harder. But us, we can become Jedis of a whole nother degree in this liar, weak person world. I wish I would have saw this message 10 years ago. Maybe it would have cut down my decade hiatus in half, maybe. I don't know, but I want to be here and try to cut down the hiatus for somebody else. That I do know. I'm not going to get my kid back. You know, the witch dug her heels in, and she made sure of that. And I need to accept it and move on. And some of you do need to do the same thing. You're never going to get up, and you're just going to stay down until you die, like my friend Aaron Roberts. And he does not want to see that happen either. And his poor daughter, now, without him, without that angel of a man. But she would have been brainwashed against him anyway. She would have thought some whole other thing. Maybe it's even better that he did die. Now she'll appreciate him. They'll probably still change the kid's mind about him, brainwash her and say he was a piece of shit anyway, and she'll spit on his name after he's already gone. And even though there's this video that I've made and 10 others, I'd like to think Aaron Roberts is the same friend, would be the same friend to me that I've been to him. But he will be the first one to tell you too. Brandon's actually one of the most valiant stand-up cats I've ever freaking seen. And that's why I love him so much. And he will actually do several videos. But this kid will have Elizabeth Smart syndrome, even though I recorded 6 of us in our final mastermind meeting. The last of the Dukesidians, we'll just call them. Here, you guys want to see something cool? We're going to be watching the Mike Perry fight on there tonight. Panama City, man. That's the ocean right out there. Beautiful place, right? I know I will fry the small jealous minds with my room. And that's good. That's okay. That's what happens, man. That's what happens when you got a small jealous mind. It fries, and then I dance to the sound of the sizzle, like John Travolta wish he could. Straight up. Alright, well, I love you guys. Please get a hold of me at Brandon Angel Fitness on Instagram, BrandonAngelFitness.com, BanglandMovie.com. Like, subscribe, and share this with another father who's hurting. And we're building the Jedi Council with American fathers now too, my other Jedi comrade. All right, so I just want to say thank you to all you guys. Shout outs to the great people that I've been able to work with over this time that are valiant and true souls. I love you way more than you will ever know.